looks like ESPN, led by Andraya Carter, is off the Paige Becker JuJu Watson hype train. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our channel. I'm Mark.
And I'm Rob.
So, hey, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so. Hit the notification bell when you do so you get notified of our next video. So, as we know, there's been this hype for JuJu Watkins and for Paige Beckers because they want to try to bring Caitlin Clark down. And yeah, they were the favorites to be Player of the Years, and I had no problem with that. I think they both should have been the favorites. But they continue to talk about them like they're like great players or generational players and flawless players and all sorts of things, and that's not true. And in fact, they have not played up to their expectations this year. And even though JuJu Watkins is still kind of like tied for Vegas odds, and she's ahead for Player of the Year, and Paige Becker is also mentioned still for Player of the Year, when in fact, I don't know, I have them 4th and 5th at best, especially for Paige. I thought ESPN was going to, say JuJu Watkins or whatever, and maybe even Paige. But the first time I saw some kind of an excerpt or like a summary of that was just now. And of all people, Andraya Carter, who always downplayed Caitlin Clark's ability and, reasons for why she should be on the Olympic team. She flat out lied about certain things. She decided to get off the train of promoting just JuJu Watkins and Paige Beckers. And this is what she said, Rob.
The two, to me, that stand head and shoulders above the rest, whether it's statistically or just when it comes to overall impact when you watch them play, you can't miss them on the floor. It's actually amazing because they're completely different heights. But the first one is Hannah Hidalgo from Notre Dame. She is a 5'6", speedy, feisty, incredible guard. She plays with so much energy, so much pace. And if you look at her stat line, it's almost untouchable. I want to get it right. 26 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals. That's one thing. She impacts the game on both ends of the floor. The other side of it is her efficiency. 50% from the field, 44% from beyond the arc, and then the 86% from the free throw line. The way that Hannah Hidalgo efficiently scores, she plays with such a high motor. She is a nightmare defensively, a ball hawk. She ignites her team with so much energy. Head and shoulders above the rest, in my opinion, except for Lauren Betts. Lauren Betts has so much size. She is the anchor for, right now, an undefeated UCLA team, the #1 team in the country. When you talk about the best player on the best team, that is Lauren Betts. Her size, her presence, you look at her stats and you're impressed, right? 20 points, 10 rebounds, that blows you away. But her impact goes beyond the stat line because she alters shots defensively. And then a lot of times the ball goes into her on offense. She makes a pass, and then it's a hockey assist that leads to wide open threes. So those two right now, head and shoulders above the rest.
So I agree with that completely. Rob still wanted to vote for JuJu Watkins, or still wants to vote for JuJu Watkins. I actually have Andraya Watson 3rd and JuJu Watkins 4th and Paige 5th. But I agree with her 1-2 there for all the reasons that she gave, Hannah Hidalgo and Lauren Betts. What do you think, Rob?
The main thing is that ESPN or especially Andraya Carter, is now not just focusing in on those two players, Paige and JuJu. They actually realize there's other fantastic women basketball players in the league. I mean, in the NCAA. It actually left out even Sarah Strong. I'd put her up there too. She's better than, I think she's better than Paige.
Right. And Fly J. Johnson's had a great year. But the thing is, Rob, I think that's at least a start, because they weren't even willing to do this before. I mean, the more annoying part about the commentary they had before, especially all the black females on ESPN, not the writers. The writers were reasonable. They actually they did a poll on those, the writers, and they're mostly white, actually. And they voted for Hannah Hidalgo for Player of the Year. But it was all the black females that seemed to be anti-Caitlin Clark and also always promoting, JuJu Watkins and Asia Wilson and also Angel Reese. And they kept promoting her and overrating them, in my opinion. And I think this is a good thing that finally they're with reality. Because if they told me that JuJu Watkins should be player of the year based on a performance this year, I honestly would say that is not reality. And same thing with Paige Beckers. They both come up small in big games. They're not playing as well as they can. And Hannah Hidalgo's outplayed them. And that's all there is to it. But at least this seems like reality. They weren't with reality with Caitlin Clark last year, pretending nobody was targeting Caitlin Clark, that Caitlin Clark shouldn't be on the Olympic team, that Angel Reese was as good as her, and all sorts of stupid things.
Well, Angel Reese made her, yeah. Angel Reese made Caitlin Clark.
Well, I don't know if any of them said that, but they were saying, all those double-doubles. I think I'd vote for Angel Reese right now for MVP.
Those double-doubles.
Yeah, so it was a whole staff over at ESPN. And like I said, I try not to see color, but they certainly did, because it was an all-black staff that was saying all these things, Rob. That's all I have to say.
Maybe they got some criticism finally, and they were listening to people were criticizing them for. So,
right. And I think maybe the tribalism and sisterhood is toned down a little bit, and they're coming back to reality. Because Chiney Agumake just said about a week and a half ago that she was praising Caitlin Clark like crazy, like she is the needle. And she went into a whole long discussion about how it's basically turning everything around the WNBA and the popularity. She wasn't saying that 6 months ago.
Right.
So that's just a second example. So we have two examples now, two women that were the worst culprits about praising Caitlin Clark and not being on the bandwagon for JuJu Watkins and Paige Beckers, and giving other people their fair due. And so I'm wondering, Rob, is this a turnaround? And if so, it's a good sign. I think it's going to be slow. They're going to be dragging them.
Maybe they've seen the light, Mark. They might have seen the light.
So anyways, let us know what you think down below. If you think that this is just an aberration or they're actually turning things around. I mean, there's two. I give you two examples, so it's a little bit more than just one outlier there. But we'll see what happens in the future in terms of how they rate Caitlin Clark when the season comes around and they start having to talk about who should be the MVP. We'll see. We'll see, Rob, whether they're realistic about that.
Right.
And who's the preseason, who they think is going to win the title. Anyways. All right. So let us know what you think down below. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, why not? What are you waiting for? Make Rob happy. Hit that notification bell when you do so you get notified of our next video. And guess what? You can join us and discuss this on our live show. It's every Monday, 6 to 8 Eastern time, except for major holidays. And you can call in for that show. So it's pretty cool. If you want to donate to this channel, you can with super chats and super thanks down below. And there's a link to PayPal. And we'll see you in the next video.
Peace out.